Hello everybody. This video is an introduction to the course of spirituality, first level. The whole course is organized in 4 levels. First level beginners, second level intermediate, third level experienced, fourth level advanced. This first level is meant absolutely for everybody. This means that even if you have no idea about spirituality, or if you feel confused among the high number of courses, instructions, instructors, masters of spirituality, high high number of ideas, conceptions. This course is for you because in this elementary level you will be introduced to make some order in the confusion that actually is now in the world, all over the world, about spirituality. Another characteristic that I expect from the students is that this course is for those who want seriousness. I don't know if you realize this, but in all the courses that you can find all over the world, seriousness is a very rare aspect, a very rare feature. I mean, I see a lot of people who go on just by improvisation, especially because today almost nobody has clear ideas about what spirituality is. So everybody can just start and say, "Oh, I am a teacher of spirituality." What I'm doing is not just this, just saying, "Okay, nobody knows, so I can say I'm a good teacher." What I'm doing in this course is it is based on research, on criticism, dialogue with history, science, philosophy, psychology, all the most important and serious academical disciplines. So something that is supposed to have a strong background and not just improvising to do whatever spontaneously comes out. And I know that this might cause some uncertainty because spirituality is meant by many people like something that must be spontaneous, must give space to what is instinctively inside you. So, how is it that I want to do something serious and something even academical? Actually, what I'm doing is something that wants to be balanced. So, a strong background, a strong ground that is ability to dialogue with science and most university or academical disciplines, but also complete awareness that we are humans, so that spirituality is not just knowledge of some things, but is shaping your personality. So I'm aware that this course is not just to give you a lot of information, so that at the end, if you know all of this information, you are good. You can receive high marks at the exam. Uh, we understand that a teacher of spirituality who knows everything about spirituality but doesn't experience in their life silence, meditation, listening to life, to nature, even if that person has a lot of information, a lot of knowledge about spirituality, it cannot be considered a good teacher of spirituality. So spirituality is not just knowledge, information. We are aware of this. So what I'm trying to transmit is not just structured information, but as much as possible some instrument to shape your life, so that it's not just study of spirituality, but I call it spiritual study. That is, you need to be a spiritual person in order to be a good student, either teacher of spirituality. So I was saying that you might feel confused because there are a lot of ideas in the world about spirituality. So most probably you already have your idea of spirituality. And I don't know what is your idea. So most probably, seeing what I can see in the world, considering what I can see in the world, most probably we need to have a dialogue also about what spirituality is. Probably you will need to correct your ideas about spirituality. Probably you don't like the idea that I'm going to transmit you. So if you don't like it, I can't solve this problem. What I can just say that the idea of what spirituality is that I am teaching you is based on research. So it's based on considering all the spiritualities of the world and trying to make a synthesis, like a concept that is like an umbrella able to embrace all the spiritualities. So talking about this, we can also clarify that we need not to confuse spirituality with spiritualities. I mean, I see that in a lot or most courses and teachings about spirituality, they are not really about spirituality as such, but they are about one kind of spirituality. Maybe it's either yoga or meditation or oriental or believing or atheists and so on. What I'm going to teach in this course is spirituality as such. That is the most general idea of spirituality that can be applied to all spiritualities, any spirituality, so that at the end you will get a large sight of what spirituality is, and not just a narrow perspective or of a very specialistic spirituality. Then afterwards you can choose to specialize yourself, your culture, your personality in something more specific. But what I'm going to introduce you towards too is the widest concept of spirituality, embracing really everything. And this is not a lack of meaning. It is meaning, it has meaning. So, and you will realize that it's not just everything is spirituality. It's a good orientation to have something with a physiognomy, with a name, with a definition, not just something too generic. General does not mean generic, lacking a physiognomy. And since this course is for beginners, you should expect that although we are going to talk about several things, we cannot clarify everything. because clarifying means building good concepts. So, since at the beginning a lot of concepts are not clarified, we have not discussed them, so I expect from you some patience. I know that when we are talking about the several topics, a lot of questions will arise in your mind. Oh, but this, how is this? How is that? Why is this? But now, since this is an introduction for beginners, we cannot analyze everything. So for now, I ask you to make a note of your questions and put them aside. And you will realize that while you go on the course and on the levels of the course, you will see that automatically you will be building the best resources so that by yourself you will be able to build your answers. So you won't need to wait for an answer from me. And this means that you will be not only a student, but the more you will go on, the more you will become a teacher, a real teacher of spirituality. Another thing, why I? That is, why should you follow this course and not another one? Who am I? Just a few words. I'm an ex-Catholic priest, so I can say that my experience is in the roots of the word spirituality, because the word spirituality was born in the context of Christianity. So, having known quite well from the inside uh, Christianity, the context of Christianity, this is, I think, something that makes me with a serious experience about what spirituality is. And my specific passion has always been for philosophy. So, a critical view of all spiritualities, you will notice that is a special feature of this course. So, I'm not going to explain you in detail every single spirituality. Even myself, I'm not an expert of all single spiritualities. What is this course for is to make a good introduction to the whole of spirituality, to what spirituality is as such in general. Another thing is, I said that a good teacher is not just a lot of knowledge, but a personality. So now we can notice that these lessons are not aimed to be just information, structured information. But you can notice that, at least in my intention, they are meant to be really meditation. What's the difference between a lesson and a meditation? It's the fact that the way how I structure concepts, the rhythm of talking, the style of the behavior, although I can't transmit so much just by talking this way, but as much as possible, I will try to transmit something that is a meditation, an experience, a style of life. Just to make an example, I was watching some time ago somebody else who was making videos on spirituality, but from for some reason I don't know, there was a rhythmic music in the background while that person was talking, and I was wondering why this music in the background, boom, boom, boom. This is not spirituality. This is distracting from listening. So the rhythm, how I talk, as I said, is not the whole, but just an aspect that I would like you to notice. But it's not completely meditation, because anyway this is aimed to be a course, a study, lessons. So it's meditation in some percentage, at some degree, just to be faithful to the content of what I'm teaching. And anyway, on the other side, a degree of objectivity of information will be present in this study. So it's a balance that I'm trying to make in these lessons. Balance between information and experience made in these lessons, and that I expect you to put all your intelligence, all your ability, so that you will build this balance in your person between balance between information and spiritual experience. Last notice, keep an eye to the next levels. This is the first level. As long as I go on, I'm going to build also the next levels of the course. So keep an eye while the next levels will start being present on the website. And I would like to keep in touch with you. So feel free to make questions, send message, and for this I've made available especially a discussion forum on internet. So you can register on the forum, and we can have discussions, not only the students with me, but the students between themselves, so that we enrich each other, because me as a teacher, I as a teacher need as well to learn from you. Okay, so I hope that you will find this course useful, good to build your culture and your spirituality. So see you in the starting of the lessons.